Today we will learn hedge bridge. Hedge bridge is an AC bridge. We are giving AC supply and we can measure the value of the inductance, unknown inductance using hedge bridge. In the hedge bridge, this arm, the impedance of this arm is Z1. This is Z1 is equal to R1 plus J omega L1. We can see that this is A to B. This is we have E1 and I1 current is flowing through this branch and I2 current is flowing through this branch. This is A to D, the potential is say E2. Now this is I3. Now at balance condition no current is flowing, so naturally I3 is equal to I1. So Z2 is equal to R2. Z2 is equal to R2. Z3 is equal to R3. So in Z4 we have one capacitor C4 and one resistor R4 is connected in series. So naturally Z4 is equal to R4 minus JXC is equal to R4 minus J by omega C. So this is E3 and this is E4. The L1 is the unknown inductance having a resistance R1 and R2, R3, R4 as a non-inductive resistance and C4 is a standard capacitor. So at balance condition the product of impedances are equal, that is Z1, Z4 is equal to Z2, Z3. So at balance condition Z1, Z4 is equal to Z2, Z3. What is Z1? Z1 is equal to R1 plus J omega L1. Z4 is R4 minus J by omega C4. Z2 is equal to R2, Z3 is equal to R3. So here we are getting R1, R4 plus L1 by C4 plus J omega L1 R4 minus J R1 by omega C4 is equal to R2, R3. Now equating the real and imaginary part, we have R1, R4 plus L1, C4 is equal to R2, R3 and this is a part is equal to imaginary part, the right hand side is 0. So separating real and imaginary part separating real and imaginary part, what we have? R1, we have R1, R4 plus L1 by C4 is equal to R2, R3, and omega L1 R4 minus R1 by omega C4 is equal to 0. From that we are getting omega L1 R1 is equal to R1 by omega C4. So L1 is equal to R1 by omega square C4 R4. Or R1 is equal to L1 omega square C4 R4. Now putting the value of R1, here we are getting L1 omega square C4 R4 square plus L1 by C4 is equal to R2 R3, or L1 omega square C4 square R4 square plus L1 is equal to R2 R3 into C4. So take common L1. Now we have 1 plus omega square C4 R4 square is equal to R2 R3 C4. So we have L1 is equal to R2 R3 C4 by 1 plus omega square C4 square R4 square. Now R1 is equal to L1 omega square C4 R4. Now put the value of L1 here. So is equal to R2 R3 C4 R2 R3 C4 square R4 into omega square by 1 plus omega square C4 square R4 square. Now the Q factor of the coil is Q is equal to omega L1 by R1. Now is equal to omega into this L1 by this R1. R2, R3, C4 by 1 plus omega square C4 square R4 square by R2, R3, C4 square R4 into omega square by 1 plus omega square C4 square R4 square. Now this part is cancelled. R2, R3, C4, R2, R3, C4 cancelled. What we have? C4, R4 and 1 omega. So this is equal to omega into C4, R4. So this is the Q factor. Now the expression for the unknown inductance and resistance contains frequency. We have omega in L1 and in C1. L1 and R1. So in this expression we have the frequency term. Therefore it appears that the frequency of the source of the supply to the bridge must be accurately known. This is not true for the inductance where the high Q coil is being measured. Now see, in case of the high quality factor, high Q factor, so in the expression of L1, we have L1 is equal to R2, R3, C4 by 1 plus omega square C4 square R4 square. Q is equal to 1 by omega C4 R4. So this is, so L1, now L1 can be written as so where Q is equal to this, now L1 can be written as R2, R3, C4 by 1 plus 1 by Q square. So for a high value of Q, set 10. So if Q is equal to 10, then 1 by Q square is equal to 1 by 100, and we can neglect it. So that time L1 is equal to R2, R3, C4. So this H bridge used for the high quality factor, to measure the inductance of the high quality factor. Now if you want to draw the phasor diagram, so draw this part first. This is I1 R1 plus I1 omega L1. So I am drawing the phasor diagram. So this is your I1. Now I1 R1, this part. I1 R1. Now I1 omega L1. So this is your E1. And remember that E1 and E2 must be equal as the base is balanced, and E2, E4 must be equal. And E1 plus E3 is equal to E. So E1 is equal to E2. That is I2 is in this direction because E2 is equal to I2 R2. E2 is equal to I2 R2. Now E3 is equal to I3 R3, or I1 R3 is equal to E3. E1 plus E3 is equal to E. Complete the parallelogram. So this is your E3, this is your E1, and this is your E. E is equal to E1 plus E3. Now at balance condition, I4 is equal to, at balance condition, this I2 is equal to I4. No. So I2 R4, so in this direction, I2 R4, I2 R4 and plus I2 into XC4 must be perpendicular. This one is I2 by omega C4. So this is I2 by omega C4, and this is your E3, and it must be equal to so we can redraw the circuit also, because this one is not 100%, this is like this. We can redraw the circuit. So this is your I1, this is your I1 R1. Now this is I1 omega L1. This is your E1 is equal to E2 is equal to I2 R2. Okay. This is I1 R3 is equal to E3, and this is E1 plus E3 is equal to E. So this is E. As the bridge is balanced, I4 is equal to I2. So I2 R4 in the same direction. This is your I2. This is your I2 R4. I2 R4. Now perpendicular, say we'll project this one and say perpendicular to this. This is the perpendicular. This is I2 by omega C4, the drop across the capacitor. The drop across the capacitor plus I2 R4 is equal to E3. It must be equal to E3. So I2 R4 plus I2 XC4, that is the drop across the capacitor. This must be equal to E3.